Here is a mural of the infamous outlaw and train robber, Rube Burrow. Now, this is a dude who gave Jesse James a run for his money. The infamous outlaw, Mr. Rube Burrow, robbed a number of trains in the southern and southwestern United States and hunted men in the Old West. And from 1886 to 1890, basically the last 4 years of his life, he spent a lot of time robbing trains down south in states like Alabama, Arkansas, Louisiana, the Indian Territory, and Texas. But he spent his last years in Linden, Alabama, and he was born in Lamar County. But yeah, man, this dude was pretty bad news. As you can see, him looks like he's in a shootout with somebody in the there goes the burning down courthouse. Rube Burrow, infamous historical figure here in Alabama. Shouts out to Banks Compton for this beautiful mural. Really nice mural illustrating the dangerousness and the lawlessness of Mr. Rube Burrow. Banks Compton did this in 2023. Let's go. P9 with another vlog, and I'm outside the Marengo County Courthouse in the Marengo County seat of Linden, Alabama. So we're going to take a walk through the town, get the vibes and get the history, all that good stuff. You know how that go. So let's get into it, shall we? So Linden, Alabama is a city in Marengo County, Alabama, part of the Alabama Black Belt. And the county itself, Linden or Marengo County, is a county that's older than the state of Alabama, which was created February 7th, 1818 by Alabama territorial legislatures from land ceded by the Choctaw Indian Nation, named for Marengo, Italy, where Napoleon won victory over Austrians in 1800. After Napoleon's defeat, some of his exiled officials came here in 1817 in a vain attempt to establish vine and olive colony. The county seat, Linden, surveyed in 1824, named from Hohenlinden, Bavaria, where French won another victory over Austrians. So Linden is a shorter form of Hohenlinden in the Bavaria district of France. And this is a marker in dedication to John C. Anderson, circuit judge, S.P. Powell, probate judge, and W.K. Chapman, C.D. Walker, and C.H. Miller, the commissioner. So a few names on that stone. It looks like it's cracked right here. It's like, you know, from age, possibly. And here's the Marengo County Courthouse, the outside of it. As you can see right here. Beautiful tree that sits in front of the courthouse. And it has this monument outside of it in honoring the branches of military, the U.S. Coast Guard, the U.S. Army, and the U.S. Navy. Marine Corps as well. And you can see the American flag in like a triangular pattern. Very nice. Sits across from the Alabama One Bank and the Marengo County office building over there. So let's proceed into the Main Street area of downtown Linden, if you will. Now, if you continue up Alabama Highway 69 and US Highway 43, you will encounter the major town or major city of Demopolis, Alabama. Right over here at this traffic light, this major intersection. Go ahead and cross right here. Now, right across the street from the Larry Walters Furniture. And across the building where a Merle Norman studio used to be. And of course, we come across a beautiful mural welcoming us to the small town of Linden, Alabama. Really nice, colorful mural. Looks like a bunch of bales of hay rolling in some green pastures. And the beautiful blue sky, the beautiful clouds. Really nice artwork by Banks Compton. And Banks Compton did this in 2022. So shouts out to Banks Compton for that beautiful art piece. It's like a beauty mart, or it used to be a beauty mart right here. It's an abandoned storefront now. And this used to be a barber shop called Certified Cuts. That too is abandoned. And quite a few abandoned storefronts on this end. But it's a nice little park area, if you will. Have the string lights up. Have a little stage right here. It's actually called the Terrace. They have the stage right here. It's called the Terrace Linden. As you can see right over there, Terrace Linden. So it looks like they may have like little events here, little concerts or whatever the case, whatever you want to call it, little performances. Another Banks Compton artwork right here, piece of art. You have the flowers and the butterfly that sits in the middle. Yellow and blue colors. And really dope artwork. And you know, again, I know I say this a million times, but the murals really catch my eye, you know. And you have what's representative of the Southern culture, the rocking chairs, the Doric columns, porches on those, you know, Southern mansions, Southern homes, lots of trees, lots of vegetation. Again, you have the rocking chairs, all the plants, very colorful. This again is by Banks Compton, 2022. So Banks Compton definitely making a presence right here in Linden, Alabama with the impressive artwork. Some nice plants right over here on the sidewalk. American flags sticking out. Looks like a school is down that way, possibly a elementary school. We have a shop over here, a store. Ziggy Zelda. And nice painting right here of the monkey under the umbrella and the zebra sporting some jewels. The blue and white zebra. This is dope. Flower pot on its back. And it looks like a rug or something, or carpet, or some type of drape going across it. It's really dope. Really nice ambiance right here. Nice decoration in the front of that store. Then you have this gazebo. You know, I love little gazebo parks. It's another abandoned store right there. The Melody's Beauty Supply used to be a salon. Gazebo Park, Life is Good in Linden. Okay. And here we go, another historical marker. And as far as the history of Linden, Alabama, the Alabama Territorial Legislature established Marengo County in 1818, and the town of Marengo was then surveyed near the center of the county to serve as a county seat. Now, 1824, lots were sold, and early French immigrants named the town Hohenlinden for Napoleon's victory in Bavaria in 1800. Now, they eventually shortened the name to Linden, but there were a bunch of houses, stores, homes, and churches which surrounded a two-story law courthouse built in 1827. So the first courthouse here in Linden was indeed a log cabin. Of course, over time they had to use bricks because they were more resistant to fires. I mean, or at least they held more of a stronger, you know, because wood and logs could easily burn through the fires. And they had a newspaper here as well called the Linden Jeffersonian, which began publication in 1853. And a Democrat Reporter, a weekly newspaper, was serving the community since 1879. So that's just a little bit of history of Linden, Alabama. And at the time this marker was erected, it was erected in 2010. So about 16 years ago. Very nice. And you have the Sweetwater State Bank across the street. Got a Mexican restaurant called Chatino's on the right across the street in that building right there. You have the St. Albans Lodge 22 right here. You have a dry cleaning business called Sunshine Cleaners. Creative Styles Hair and Braiding Salon. Okay. This one might actually be open as far as still operational business. Then you have some, they have a little shopping center across the street. Papa's Foods. And you have a Family Dollar over here. So there's a Papa's Food grocery store across the street. And there's also in the same shopping center, a pharmacy by the name of Little Drugs Company. So there goes the Chatino's Mexican restaurant, as I pointed out earlier. Right here at the end of 7th Street in Main Street, downtown. You look down this street, looks like a studio right there, Sheila Style Studio across the street. And there goes a church down that way. You can probably see it in the distance. There goes the church. And it goes Little Discount Drugs, or this building used to be occupied by Little Discount Drugs, as you can see by this painting right here. sick room, equipment, sales, rentals, customer parking. So this is where the parking people will park to go to the pharmacy. Dr. J. Travis Patients and Roots. So Little Discount Drugs is now located a little further down that street in a shopping plaza. And you can see where this building has been gutted. Look at all of that. Look at all that debris. And they still have some of the signage up there, some of the remnants of it. You have Good Neighbor Pharmacy. But yeah, clearly the building has been gutted. This too is an abandoned storefront. Yeah. It's a furniture store right here. Larry Walters Furniture. It's still open. As you can see, they have the display of furniture, a couple of wooden rocking chairs. They even got the bunk beds. I remember me and my sister had one of these bunk beds. Wasn't quite like this one, but we had a bunk bed when we was kids. Some abandoned buildings over here. And Linden Baptist Church is that way. So that is Linden Baptist Church, a block away over there. And I propose this is an abandoned home right here. It used to be, the resident used to be James Hudgens, CPA, certified public accountant. There goes a side view of the Marengo County Courthouse. Had the cream colored bricks. As mentioned earlier, the original courthouse in the county was made out of logs, but now they have cream colored bricks for the Marengo County Courthouse. And here goes a sign for Linden. It has the motto, "Life is good in Linden," established 1870. So just points to where everything is at. Look at this, an abandoned building right here. Now you have the Jack's restaurant right here. So Jack's is a, you see a lot of Jack's in states like Mississippi, Alabama. You see them in Georgia. They're pretty common. Tennessee, I believe, has some. They're pretty common down south. Jack's hamburgers, buy it. Sell burgers, they sell wings. They do catering. They're most famous for their hamburgers, but they also serve breakfast. Right across the street is the building for the Linden Board of Elections. And right next to it is the Linden City Hall. So you have City Hall to the left and the Board of Elections building to the right. And they all sit on the same block as the Marengo County Courthouse, which you can see right there, the rear of. Yep. So that brings us to the conclusion of this Linden, Alabama vlog. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in for this short walk through Linden, Alabama. If you made it this far, I ask that you hit that like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell. And once you tap that bell, make sure you select all. That way you get notified every time I drop a vlog or a live stream. With that in mind, good people, thanks again for tuning in, and see you guys on the next one. Peace.